Hey there, I am back again finally with another part to my big Star Wars project where I'm building a scene or scenes from all 11 Star Wars movies and maybe a few more as well. This is part 5, part 5. So we've got 6 48 by 48 plates now with Star Wars scenes on like these. They will all join up together to form a huge diorama in the end. So I'm just about halfway through the whole thing. So Death Star Trench Run, Naboo, there are things around the back. Check out the other videos on those on my channel if you're interested in seeing what they're like. Hoth, which is on 2 plates, and then off camera behind me is Endor. So really happy to have another part to the overall piece, to the overall project. As you can see, lots of Griebling's been involved in this one. It is a Coruscant showing the metropolis and the Jedi Temple, and also at the front I have gathered some Jedi Council members which I'll talk you through in a sec. Firstly though, just to zoom in and give you a bit of a flyby over the detail. So Greebling is great fun to do in Lego. It really helps you see the parts that you've got in a different way. Obviously with this one you need the imagination to scale wise, this is built on a tiny scale, so this whole scene that we're looking at here would house thousands and hundreds of thousands of people. The planet that we're building here is densely populated and massive in the Star Wars universe, and obviously very important too. Lots of important parts of the whole story take place here. Won't go into the detail of them, just in case there's anyone out there that hasn't seen them. Surely everyone's seen all the Star Wars movies now, who knows. So just going back to the pieces and the Greebling, again, it's all, to me, it's all about using your pieces to create different things. So I've used these building cars for a city and so on, but here they form buildings. That could be a circular building. There could be thousands of people inside looking out at the metropolis in front of them. Here, this sort of formation to me looks like some kind of music hall. Lots of what's the word I'm looking for here? Towers and spikes to give the whole diorama some depth. It's just really good fun to do. Colour wise, I'm stuck with light greys and dark greys, and try to put the odd black in to give it a bit of differential. But when you're building Star Wars, you generally are stuck to the same colours. But I purposely chose to do it this way because I always knew I wanted to have the temple in gold to make it stand out more. Being it's such an important building, I think in reality it is. It's not all gold, but it's definitely more of a cream colour compared to the rest of the city. So this is my version of it. Obviously, this part here is where the Jedi Council members meet and make all their decisions and so on. Jedi business, important Jedi business is done here. And I remember from the films, there's many scenes where they're sat up here, and through the windows in the background you can look out into all of the detail of the city behind them. So that's what I wanted to replicate here. So hopefully I've done that, and it looks good. I'm happy with it. I did find pictures of the movies on Google and kind of pause them a bit to work on this as I built it up, and not just from the movies as well. There's lots of brilliant artwork around of people's versions of what this area of Star Wars looked like, and particularly the temple. Ideally I wouldn't have the I'll fix that later. Ideally I wouldn't have the what am I trying to say here? So it would normally be more triangular here. I didn't have quite the right pieces yet. I will improve that bit at some point, so it's more of the real shape of the temple. But for now, I think it looks pretty good and does the job for me. Let me just turn it around. So one of the good things about building everything on plates is that I've got a structure to follow, and it makes it manageable, and also I can move it around like this. So I've even put detail in, hopefully you can see this, in the streets. Call them streets, but again, given the size that we're talking about here, this would be a vast bustling area of bars, shops, alleyways, you name it, big enough for lots of ships to be travelling in and out. Just losing the focus there. There we go. And throughout the city you'll see there's lots of these, which are landing pads, and the one at the front is the most grand, so that's the main landing pad for the Jedi Temple. Okay, let me now give you a bit of a show of the Jedi Council members that I've managed to gather. So we have 12 Jedi Council members here to replicate the full number of Jedi Council members at any one time. These, you wouldn't find all of these serving at the same time, because this MOC covers both, well, from before episode 2 probably through until after episode 3, and unfortunately some of these members are no longer around at the same time. So in the main, the ones that I've got at the beginning you would probably find in the episode 2 movie, the ones in the middle in both episode 2 and episode 3, and the ones at the end, especially these 3 here, only appeared in episode 3 as Jedi Council members. So I'm now going to attempt to talk you through who each one are. I'm sure loads of you watching probably know far more about these guys than I do. I had to do a bit of research to work out which ones to get hold of, and also how to get hold of them, because some of these figures are quite hard to find. If it wasn't for Bricklink, I probably wouldn't have been able to get them, because the prices on eBay, especially for this dude here, are pretty horrific. But I managed to find a good seller in Germany. I live in the UK, so that was an overseas Bricklink seller, and I was able to get a few of them for a price I could afford. Right, so here we go. So this is Eth Koth. This is Evan Peel. Hope I said that right. Mr. Expensive here, he's called Coleman Trebor. It was really good when I was looking into these, looking into the history of how they came to be Jedi Council members, and obviously you can look up all of the adventures they had, which is really good. This one, I can never pronounce this right. I think it's Sassy Tin. Please let me know if I'm getting that wrong. Shakti, who is a female Jedi Council member. She's really, really cool. This one, I'm not going to say his name because if you don't know this name and you'll watch this video, you're probably my wife. She's about the only person in the world who probably couldn't identify this person straight up. So hello dear, hope you're well. Everyone else, yeah, it starts with a Y, ends with an A. It's got odd in the middle. I'm sure you know who that is. Mace Windu, very cool Jedi. Wish we saw more of him in the movies. Thought he was a great character. This guy here, this is Kai Adi Mundi. Love his head. Never seen a piece like that before. Then we've got Stas Ali. Then this one again, I think everyone's going to recognise him. This is Anakin Skywalker. Controversially, he was a Jedi Council member but not made into a Jedi Master at the time he was promoted. I think that might have had something to do with what he turns into. Then we've got Kit Fisto, who seen with a lightsaber here, but I think he's more of a pilot, very good pilot. And finally, Ajeng Kolar. Hopefully I've said that right. So those are my 12 Jedi Council members. There are others you can get. I think there are others you can get as minifigures, but they are super rare and super expensive. So these were ones that I could get hold of. A while ago I did purchase I forget what the set's called, but it's the one showing where the Emperor is fights the Jedi and gets turned into the Emperor by Mace Windu. That came with quite a few of these, so I was lucky to have that set to start with, and the rest I had to just find through Bricklink, mainly, a couple off eBay. But it was really good fun doing that, and it helped me learn more about the history of the Jedi Council. So, hope I did okay with the pronunciations. Okay, just before we finish the video off, piece count. I often get asked how many pieces are in my MOCs, and each time I build a MOC, I finish it and I go, I wish I'd have kept a note of how many pieces I use for this MOC. And again, I built this one and not really taken much notice of it as I've gone along. Sometimes you get in a zone and you just have hours where you just build, and you just need to build and sort of get it out your system. But clearly there are lots of pieces here, lots of very small 1x1s, 1x2s for the greebling, lots of structure work inside these boxes that everything's placed on, lots of bricks here and tiles and so on. So I'm going to say there's easily 1,500 pieces here, probably getting on for 1,700. So that's what we'll say is most of the scenes that I've built are in that same region as well. So by the time I've done 11, there's going to be a lot of pieces, a lot of Lego involved in that. So that's very exciting. Okay, so I think I'm just about done. Do let me know what you think about this one in the comments. Give me some ideas for what's coming next. Usually I build a scene based on a particular movie. This one sort of sits in between episodes 2 and 3, so I could still build a core episode 2 scene or a core episode 3 scene. So if you've got any ideas for those, let me know and I'll give it some thought. Thanks as always for watching. Have a great day. Have a good day of building Lego, and see you on the next video. Bye.